The ARMY world is once again in an uproar. This time, it's not because of one-sided rumors, nor because of overly edited fan clips, but because of something that feels much more real. The way Jungkook speaks, acts, and shows his emotions when Taehyung's name is mentioned. Many are wondering, is this just a coincidence? Or is it something that has been deliberately hidden all this time and is now becoming too obvious? In recent moments, Jungkook has appeared more open, not with direct words of confession, but through body language, tone of voice, and spontaneous reactions that are difficult to fake. When talking about Taehyung, Jungkook's expression changes. His smile is different. His gaze softens. Even the way he pauses before continuing his sentence seems to show emotions that are much deeper than just a relationship between members. Many fans have noticed a consistent pattern. Jungkook rarely explains his relationship with Taehyung explicitly, but that is precisely what makes it feel more real. When someone tries too hard to hide something, it usually looks stiff. But Jungkook is the opposite. He looks comfortable, honest, and unscripted. He doesn't deny, refute, or try to divert attention. He just is himself. In several public interactions, Jungkook reflexively looks for Taehyung around him. When Taehyung is not there, Jungkook's expression changes drastically. He becomes quieter, more focused on himself, as if a part of him is missing. But when Taehyung appears, the atmosphere immediately changes. Jungkook comes back to life, becomes cheerful again, and returns to his most free-spirited self. What surprises fans the most is how Jungkook seems to care less and less about public assumptions lately. He no longer tries to control his small reactions. His lingering gaze, his slight, restrained smile, even those awkward moments when he realizes the camera is rolling, it all feels too honest to be called fan service. Taehyung himself isn't someone who talks much about his feelings, but his attitude towards Jungkook speaks volumes. The way he stands closer, the way he waits, the way he protects without having to touch. Their relationship feels quiet but strong, not a relationship built for show, but something that has grown naturally over the years. Many armies have started saying the same thing. If this is just a normal friendship, why does it have such a deep impact? Why are Jungkook's emotional changes so obvious when Taehyung is involved? Why do feelings of nervousness, calmness, and security arise simultaneously? What makes it even more interesting is the fact that Jungkook has never explicitly denied the Taekook narrative. He doesn't laugh it off, he doesn't deny it outright, and he doesn't distance himself. Instead, he seems to be increasingly comfortable around Taehyung, as if he no longer feels the need to explain anything to the world. Is this a form of maturity? Or is it a form of unspoken honesty? For many fans, Jungkook and Taehyung's relationship is not about labels. It's not about confirming whether they are this or that. What feels real is their emotional bond, a bond formed from trust, togetherness, and a sense of mutual understanding that is rarely found even in the closest of relationships. And perhaps that is the answer. Jungkook never truly revealed his true relationship with Taehyung through words. He did it through silence, through glances, and through a consistency that was too deliberate to be considered a coincidence. Too obvious? Or maybe we've only just started to really see it now. Over time, more and more small moments can no longer be ignored. Not the big moments on stage, not the dramatic scenes deliberately highlighted by the camera, but rather the simple moments that feel the most honest. Jungkook seems more sensitive to Taehyung than anyone else. He knows when Taehyung is tired, when his mood is low, and when he just needs someone to be there without saying a word. Things like this don't happen instantly. They grow from a habit of paying attention to each other over a very long time. On several occasions, Jungkook even seems to hold back. There are moments when he wants to get closer, wants to talk, wants to react, but then realizes that there are cameras and thousands of eyes watching. It is this expression that makes many fans fall silent. Because restrained reactions are often more honest than those displayed freely. Taehyung shows something similar. He doesn't react much verbally, but his presence always calms Jungkook. When Jungkook looks awkward or unsure, Taehyung just needs to be near him. Not touching, not talking, just standing there. And that's enough to calm Jungkook down. This kind of relationship is rarely seen even among close friends. Interestingly, Jungkook has recently been seen becoming more and more comfortable being himself. He no longer filters his emotions excessively. He laughs more freely when he's with Taehyung. looks more serious when Taehyung isn't around, and shows his soft side without fear of being judged. Many armies feel that Jungkook has reached a point where he no longer wants to deny what he feels, even though he doesn't intend to explain it. This is what sparked a big conversation among fans, not because of one surprising statement, but because of the consistency of his attitude. If this were just fan service, there should be a contrived pattern. But what we see is the opposite. Jungkook's reactions are often too spontaneous, too uncontrolled, and too human for a planned concept. Many have started comparing Jungkook now to Jungkook a few years ago. The change is evident. He is more mature, more composed, yet also more emotionally nuanced. And amidst all these changes, one thing that has never changed is the way he looks at Taehyung. The same gaze, the same attention, and the same sense of comfort that seems irreplaceable. Taehyung himself always seems to understand the boundaries. He doesn't force, doesn't demand, and never seems to want to control the situation. That is precisely where the strength of their relationship lies. There is no domination, no showing off, just two people who are used to reading each other without needing to ask questions. When Jungkook speaks, Taehyung listens. When Jungkook is silent, Taehyung understands. As time goes by, more and more fans realize that this relationship does not need public recognition. There is no need to justify or deny it. There is only the reality that they grow together, influence each other, and become better versions of themselves when they are by each other's side. And maybe that's what's most too obvious. Not because Jungkook finally said something directly, but because he stopped trying to hide his feelings. He no longer hides behind a professional smile or lighthearted jokes. He lets his emotions show as they are, and Taehyung is always at the center of it. For ARMY, this isn't about proving who's right or wrong. It's about witnessing two people who have shared so much time, pain, dreams, and growth. About how a strong relationship doesn't always have to be announced with big words, but can feel very real through consistent little things. And perhaps, precisely because Jungkook has never officially revealed anything, this relationship feels even more genuine. Because love, in its purest form, doesn't always need an explanation. It's enough for those who see with their hearts to feel it.